AJ starts off this hour in Cincinnati. Hi, AJ. How are you?
I'm doing great, Dave. How are you?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
So my wife and I are coordinating our very first FPU class. And we have a member who's a financial advisor for a living. And after going through the dumping debt lesson, he's convinced that there's still good debt and bad debt and that he can be responsible with a credit card. And so last night after the dumping debt lesson, we had a pretty good conversation about renting versus buying. People were giving advice, but his was more pro-debt and FICO-friendly. And I guess he can do his own thing if he wants to, but he's starting to give debt advice to people, and I'm not sure how to have, I want to have a one-on-one conversation with him.
Yeah. Well, just pull him aside and just say, listen, you're confused. This is not your class.
Okay.
And just say, this is completely inappropriate for you to come in here and contradict everything that's going on. If you want to write your own curriculum, teach your own class, then you need to go do that. But but millions and millions and millions of people have gone through this class, and we have a flow to the class, and this is not a debate. It's a class. And so, you're not here to debate. If you want to go through the class and learn, you can do that. But you're not going to sit here and contradict everything in the class and talk it, or I'm just going to have to ask you to leave. It's up to you. And just throw him out.
Okay.
Here's the thing. You're not going to convince him that he's wrong, okay? Because if you do, he'll have to quit his job. Okay? Because he thinks, his job is based on his wrong advice on things. Wait till you get into the insurance lesson. He's going to go into orbit.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah. So, that's what you've got there. So, my grandmother used to say those convinced against their will are of the same opinion still. So I don't try to talk him out of that. I've got a really good friend who owns a whole bunch of car dealerships. And he doesn't try to talk me into car leasing being a good idea. And I don't try to talk him out of leasing cars at his 9 or 10 car dealerships. He's a multi-gazillionaire. And we're friends, and it's okay. We just don't agree about that, and so I'm not going to talk him out of it. He's not going to talk me out of it. So we can just not talk about that and talk about something else, right?
Right. Okay.
And that's what this guy's got to do. The problem with this guy is not only does he have an opinion, but he doesn't have any manners.
Right.
You don't come into somebody else's house and insult their cooking.
Yeah, I got a little, my blood started boiling last night a little bit.
Yeah. Well, inappropriately so, because, and you know what? Other people were too, and they're watching to see what you as the leader of the group is going to do. So, I'm not saying be unkind to him or rude to him, but you're going to have to establish some boundaries, and he's going to have some manners, or he's going to have to leave. Okay?
Okay.
And if he needs his money back, just call down here and tell him to send his kit back. We'll give him his money back. It's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, because we've got financial peace, so we can give him his money back.
Okay.
Hey, thank you so much for leading a class, AJ. And let me tell you this too. Let me tell you, you're going to have an experience once you get this fly out of the ointment. You're going to have an experience of watching people change their lives right in front of you because you volunteered to lead the class. So thank you for doing that.
Absolutely, we love it.
Hey, man.
Thank you.
Thanks for calling in. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, click the subscribe button to get the latest content and check out these other great clips from the show. You are not a victim. You're not a victim of big corporations. You're not a victim of Wall Street. You're not a victim of capitalism. You're not a victim of wealth inequality. You're not a victim of racism. You're not a victim.